Yeah, I don't know why. You'll have to try your best, I guess. I don't freaking know.
But I can't answer anybody's question. What I'm trying to explain to you.
Yeah, because I can't really see. I don't know. And I don't have hotspot on that. Hold on, guys. We'll figure this out. Shit. There you go. Now you can see him. You see? It's still little, but you can see him better.
Still little, but I can see him better, she says.
We'll get better.
So like I said, no particular topic. Just gonna, I don't know, roll with the punches, roll with the, just chit chat, I guess. Maybe we'll get some trolls. Maybe we'll get some minions. Whoever else wants to jump in, jump in. Any kind of questions you guys got, feel more than free to ask.
I focus more on questions.
But I'll focus more on questions tonight. I appreciate everybody joining tonight. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm not used to this stuff.
Hey.
This is what my maybe third live, fourth live. I did a couple shorts, you know, during the days, during the week, while I'm, you know, going to my alcohol groups, and maybe to my meetings. I'll do shorts here and there. Just, you know, just a poke and pride.
That's the main reason why I'm doing it tonight.
You know, but the main reason why I'm doing it tonight is, you know, to do a live. You know, I don't know. There's this thing. There's this law that's, you know, it's a bullying law. You know, it's like, and then you have these friggin' yayas that, you know, go on YouTube and they bully. They talk a lot of shit. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't get why you shit talk. You know, like, I'll put it out there. I told Andrew already. Hey, you want to squash this? Come talk to me man to man. You want to squash this? Admit that you're wrong. Admit that, you know, you do things that you sit there and say that you don't do, or something that you don't collect. Admit it. Let's be honest with people. You know, let people know who you truly are. You know, I mean, I definitely let people know who I truly am. Hey, I'm an asshole. I was born an asshole. I'm dying an asshole. You know, but you know, and I'm not going to talk a lot about him tonight. I mean, as much as I really want to, but I won't. But he put himself in this position. For the fact is, because of all the bullying, all the bullshit, all the shit talking. You know, so let's talk about everyday life. You know, it's the weekend, it's Saturday. What's everybody doing besides listening to my bullshit on a live? Listening to my bullshit on a live is exactly what you're doing. So we're gonna have some fun. You know, I mean, if they want to join in, I mean, hey, they're more than welcome to jump in. You know, the Panda Crew or the minions or the trolls or whatever you want to call them. You know, because I got many different names for them. You know, the Panda Poo-Poos. You know, like Tammy said, the Panda Poo-Poos. But they're more than welcome. They're more than welcome to get in here. They're more than welcome to jump in. They got some questions. I got my mods. You know, my mods, if my mods feel that
they feel threatened in any way.
You know, if they feel threatened in any way or anything like that, they're talking too much shit. My mods have every right to time them out, block them, do whatever they do. You know, that's why, you know what? Just to bring it up, Andrew sits there and says how he does not have anybody blocked, which is very true. He doesn't personally block anybody. He has his minions do it. You know, so if I really want to go on there and time somebody out or block somebody, I can. But I understand that's what mods are for, you know, because the mods are there to back you up to make sure nobody gets out of hand or talks shit. I get that.
Bandit.
But I have seen multiple times Andrew block people in the past, previously. Okay. Yeah, no blocking them, no timing them out. They want to come up on panel, let them come on up.
Send a link.
Send a link if you want, if they want to come on up. But I will fair warn them right now. They porn bomb me,
We'll put more evidence out there.
we're gonna put a lot more evidence out there. So let's keep this real. Let's keep this professional, more or less. I mean, if you want, I can go and I can get all dressed up. I can put a shirt on. I can put a tie. I can put shoes on, dress pants. I can be all professional about it. But that's not me. That's not my style. I'm the jokester. I like to play around. I like to joke around. Um, just one thing I will put out there. I don't like the way they bombarded Haley. Um, I don't personally know Haley, but from what I've gathered and from what I've talked with her on lives, even with Mama Bear, she's a decent person. Um, I'd be the same way if somebody did that to Mama Bear. If somebody was on Mama Bear's live or streaming her live and they were talking all kinds of shit, I'd be the same way. I'd jump right on there and I would defend her. Don't do that. Everybody wants to have fun doing this, and and at first this is probably what YouTube was all about. Just having fun, just getting together, shooting the shit, joking around, making videos or whatever the case may be, And then it came down to, something serious. It came down to a little girl. And a lot of people did a lot of research, did their investigating, and found out that there was a lot of shady shit going on. And I'm very thankful for that because you don't have that in an everyday life. Yes, yes, I love Haley too. I love the way what she says. It's very, she's a straightforward shooter. I got to get used to her accent. She's a little bit of too much of a Louisiana girl for me. But she's a sweetheart. She most definitely is. Just like Mama Bear. Mama Bear's a sweetheart. The only reason why people don't like Mama Bear is because Mama Bear speaks what's on her mind. She says it how she sees it. Listen, Mama Bear's the one that's going to call you out on your bullshit. Um, I'm not too far into this. Once I get more involved and once I get a little bit better background with myself with the YouTube channel and with my moderators and all that, and once I get things situated, I'll get a little bit more hot and heavy into it. But you know what? For now, it is what it is. Um, I love this. I mean, this is like awesome. I mean, I met a lot of decent people. A lot. You got Mama Bear, which I've known for quite a few years. You got Connie. I met Haley. Act Right. She's a trip.
She definitely is a trip.
She's the timeout queen. She times me out. Which I love it. I mean, I joke around with her about it. I don't take it seriously. I never held it against her, which is, nada. I never got that, only through chats and stuff like that. But I met some really, really decent people. SS Brown Baby, there's a bunch of them that I'm missing. And, and I greatly appreciate it. I do, with you guys watching and joining in. You all are awesome. Normal people do not act like them herpes people. Absolutely. Hey, everybody, who's your daddy? SS Brown Baby, I ain't nobody's daddy. My last baby, listen, my last baby was almost 23 years ago. But I do. I appreciate all of you. But that's what it is. I mean, this is, when YouTube first came out, when people started doing the YouTube channels and the YouTube lives and stuff like that, it was more or less for, the gaming aspect and getting on there and chit chatting with people and making videos and making a joke out of things. And, and then it took a whole nother, it took a whole nother twist. It took a whole nother turn. It did it like almost like a 180, and I like that because you know what? With today's society, when it comes to missing children, and it's not even so much missing children, it's just missing people in general. It doesn't matter if it's a child, if it's an infant, if it's an adult, if it's a senior. sometimes the law, law enforcement can only go so far, and then they stop, So I'm sure eventually I may not see it. Some other people may not see it. I may see it. I don't know. But I believe, in my true opinion, I believe what's going to happen is with this YouTube channels going on nowadays, and with everybody that's involved with these missing children and missing people. I mean, human trafficking is a big, big thing. I believe in my heart that the YouTubers themselves will eventually be the ones that solve cases. I believe that they're the ones that are going to have gather all the information, all the evidence, and they're going to bring it to whoever it is. It could be myself, it could be Tammy, it could be SS Brown Baby, it could be Actrate, it could be Mama Bear, it could be Connie, it could be anybody. If we all pulled our put our heads together, and did things, as an investigative team, a lot more shit would probably be solved. But then you have, who I'm talking about, yahoos that don't take things seriously because they make it a joke. You don't make a joke out of a missing child. It doesn't matter if it's that person's child, if it's the other person's child, or if it's a person, if it's a couple's child out of another state or another country. It's still a child. You don't wish that on a children, because the child does not ask to be brought into this world. So with that being said, I mean, it's a shame. I don't like the way anybody really speaks of a child, especially when there's a case, especially when it's a revolving case, more or less. It's a shame that they don't have enough evidence for any abduction or missing children. It is. I mean, it just sucks because, to a certain point, yes, law enforcement, their hands are tied per se. And I know that for a fact. For the fact is because I do have multiple family members that are in law enforcement. I hunt with law enforcement, a lot of correctional officers and stuff like that. So when it comes to certain stuff, their hands are tied. But I don't know why. I truly can't. And just like some of the people that I do know that are in law enforcement, they can't explain it either. I'm that bitch Mama Bear. That's the Panda Crew logo right there. What's that? Fake money? You damn right, Munch. Tennessee is the worst. That's right.
And it sucks because Tennessee is actually a pretty decent.
Yeah. Tennessee is actually pretty. From what I've done the research on, Tennessee is actually a pretty good state.
I've actually lived there.
But it is. It's fucked up. Because it's like Mama Bear does right. She tries to do everything she possibly can to get the information that she can get on that case. PG, probably act right, Nada, Haley. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, anybody and everybody that puts their heart into a case like that, they care. But then you have other people that think it's a joke. Because let me tell you something. I mean, if that was my child, listen, Tammy and I aren't even legally married. But if her daughter called me and said how her little one was taken, I'd go above and beyond, because that is the type of relationship that I have with Tammy's daughter. I speak to that little girl. I speak to her youngest. I even speak to Tammy's daughters, two older daughters. It's no different. They're kids. Kids don't ask to be brought into this world. So why harm them? They're innocent. But then you have children that grow up in a shitty environment that just think they can do whatever and say whatever to whoever, and it's okay. because there's no discipline. You know, there's no such thing as whooping your child's ass. Well, guess what? There is a thing called whooping your child's ass. It's called the old-fashioned way. And I was told that by many, 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 many law enforcement officers. You can put your child over your knee and spank his ass or her ass, as long as you don't leave a mark.
As long as it's an open hand.
And as long as it's an open hand, you can't use something to beat their ass. You know, I listen. If my youngest son was here right now, my youngest son would tell you he remembers. He remembers 2 ass whoopings dad gave him. He'll tell you. My daughter's on the other hand, besides the physical altercation my daughter Jackie and I got into, that Ro always wants to bring up, which I admitted to. I admitted right from the get-go, but needless to say, that was over
The chick's lucky I didn't
her bringing drugs into my house, and she knew better, you know. So that's near or there. I did what I did. I paid my price. I went to jail. So needless to say, I'm a better person. On the other hand, my daughter, no, she's still on the run. She's wanted by parole. She's going to end up going back to prison, and it is what it is. She's going to be 34 years old. She's made her bed. She's got to lie in it. You know, she's got 2 beautiful children of her own, and it's a shame because she hasn't spoken to him or seen him in over 8 years. So that, to me, I feel bad because it's like the father, you know, like myself and my daughter's mother, we can't see the grandchildren because Jackie lives in New York State. The father doesn't want anybody to have anything to do with the kids, have anybody to do anything with the kids because Jackie is still in New York. And it's a shame because my Jackie, and that is my daughter, that's my oldest child, that's the firstborn, that was the first true love of my life when I had my daughter. She lost a child while she was in Florida. Why? Because of drugs. Because she was living out on the street and she was dealing with a fucking Yahoo, a scumbag. I can't say the R word, but I'll call him a fucktard. But it is what it is. I can't change what happened, and I definitely can't change what's going to happen in the future. I can't tell a grown ass woman what to do. I am so sorry, Munch, you don't get to be part of their lives. I love them, and I am too, because I have pictures. I have pictures of my grandson and my granddaughter on my phone. I used to spoil the shit out of them. Anything they wanted under the sun, you know, top-notch clothes, shoes.
We got pictures if people need proof.
Yeah, I mean, if people want proof of me,
I'll go on your Facebook right now.
I mean, I can prove pictures. I mean, that's it. That it is what it is.
Even a comment from the father.
Yep, even comments from the father. One thing I can say about my daughter's children is the children's father, the woman that he was with, the father had to, the father got himself into a little bit of trouble. He had to pay the price. He had to pay the piper. The woman that he was with actually took those children as her own and raised them and took care of them while he was in prison for a drug charge. And Jackie didn't have a care in the world. Children don't deserve that at all. None of them. I'm not going to sit here and say I was the best child when I was growing up. I absolutely was not. I tell them for the last many years, I told my father, I apologized to my mother and father multiple times of me being an asshole when I was younger. I've been in and out of jail for stupid shit. Like I said, I'm not a convicted felon by any means. I own guns. I'm an avid hunter. I hunt. I can vote. Let's pick it up from there. Forks right here. And I love it. Yes, don't get me wrong. When I was younger, I spent a lot of money on lawyers. Am I proud to say that? Absolutely not. Was I wrong? Yes, I was. But my mom and dad know I'm sorry. I put my mother and father through hell. I know what addiction can do. It makes people a slave to it. Literally, I used to work to buy dope. I don't sugarcoat shit. Well, that's very true. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say I never did booger sugar. I'd be lying to you. I admitted that the other night on, but what aggravates me is that when everything is pinpointed right to me. I'll take my rap. I'll take my blame for whatever I did. Listen, I'll be more than glad. Listen, it's like that night when the cops showed up. I said, okay, it is what it is.
There was no fight.
There was no fight. I didn't fight the cops. I was wrong. Was I under the influence of alcohol? Absolutely. I was drinking all day, and it does not give me the right. Does not give me the right.
I have a right to protect my house.
But yes, when you're told not to do something, you don't do it. You have that respect. It's called respect. Especially knowing that I've allowed her to move in here. I took her out of a bad situation. I tried to give her a better situation. Yes, the situation probably didn't help because I drank. I probably should have stepped my game up and probably said, you know what, not to encourage her. I should have just said, fuck it. I'll stop drinking too. But that's not me, because it's not
enough.
That's one thing I enjoyed doing was drinking. Did it get out of control? Yes, absolutely got out of control. Multiple times, Tammy would sit down with me and be like, "Are you ready for bed?" No, I want one more. I had finished that. She'd say to me, "Are you ready for bed?" No, I'm having one more. So it wasn't fair to her to have to sit out here with me and just watch me drink because she doesn't drink. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you, just like I told my counselor yesterday, Tammy is one of my biggest supporters. She supports me 150% for me not drinking. So when you have somebody that stands behind you and gives it their all for you not to drink, you got to appreciate that. And I greatly appreciate that. And I may not tell her enough that I do appreciate that, but I greatly, greatly do. Other people don't look at it that way.
They liked the drunk one.
Yes, that's what it was.
They like,
they like the drunk munch. They like the disrespectful munch. They like the munch that would walk outside in a pair of slides, pair of shorts, and a hooded sweatshirt and fuck somebody up on the street. That's the way I roll. I don't care what I'm wearing. I don't care what you're wearing. You want to get down? We're going to get down. Don't bother me. I'm very good with my hands and I'm very good with my feet. Those dumb shitheads know, especially the wifey. She knows. Andrew, of course, yes, he definitely knows because I've smacked him up plenty of times. But that's hearsay, okay? Because there's no threats there or anything like that. That's just hearsay. I don't want him to get all offensive and stuff and think that I'm threatening him or anything like that. I don't want the cops. I don't want the cops knocking on my door. So happy for you that Tammy supports you not drinking. Yes, it's very, very. I'm very thankful to have her A1. I'm very, very thankful. Not a lot of people have a support system. I got good friends. I've met some really, really, good people in the program that I'm in the meetings that I'm in the groups that I'm in. I do NA on Monday nights. I do NA on Friday nights. I go to the one center. I went to the one center tonight for movie night with a buddy of mine that I go with for the NA. We do football on Sundays. That's what I'm doing now. I'm doing a buffalo chicken dip for tomorrow. He's doing stuffed peppers and the person that runs the NA meeting on Friday nights there. She's doing two freshly made pizzas, homemade pizzas. So it's like I got a good support system. I got a good very, very good support system. I got an awesome counselor. The groups that I joined is phenomenal. Like phenomenal. I met some awesome people. Some awesome people. Okay. Jill, hi Munch Tammy, Mama Bear all. Use chatters because I care about you all. Okay. I'll have to have her fuck with that. But other than that, I mean, I like I said, I do. I mean, I enjoy it. You know, I look forward to, you know, I don't do groups on Mondays. I might start because they did come out with a couple groups. I do an all men's group on Tuesdays, which is really, really good. The gentleman, I can't see the comments again. Uh, the guy that does that, he is he's awesome.
The fuck?
What you do, Tammy? You
I didn't do shit. I haven't even been over here. Hang on, guys. I'm just trying to figure this out for him. Maybe someone's hacking my phone.
No, I pressed the.
I'm just joking.
But other than that, I mean, I do. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoy it. You know, hey, I got it. You know, I'm not there for court. I'm not there for on papers. I'm not on probation. I'm not on any of that shit. It's all done on my own. I did it all on my own. Yes, the only thing I had to do when I had the physical altercation with my daughter was go be evaluated. Well, I was smart. I went there. I didn't drink for how many days to where when they because they automatically got to give you a urine test. They got to test you. Of course, I didn't have no alcohol in my system.
Josh.
But it's like right after, you know, I got into it and I was 145 days clean. Which I don't know why the fuck I even went back to drinking, because I'd have, Jesus Christ, probably close to 8 months, maybe a little bit over 8 months clean. But hey, I don't look at it as a relapse. I look at it as a speed bump in the road. Well, guess what? I conquered the speed bump. I got over it. The speed bump's behind me. I'm just moving forward with my life. And I think that's what a lot of people don't like with me, because I'm not that same person that I used to be. Haley, unblock me or you're grounded. Haley, you got to unblock Mama Bear. You keep it up. We're gonna ground you. You're not gonna be able to come out and play with the big kids no more.
We'll get on.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, I try not to, you know what? I don't think I'm better than anybody. But I will say, you know, and I'll put this right out there. Am I better than them? Absolutely. I'm not getting evicted. Cammy and I have 6 dogs. We have a house. We have our own apartment. It's just us here. I got a huge 3-bedroom. It could be a 4-bedroom. We could have roommates. We've tried that. We've done there. We've been there. We're not doing it no more. No more. The only ones that are welcome in my house, and it's an open invitation. Of course, Mama Bear and Cattle King again. You know, they're more than welcome to come up anytime again they want. Maybe next time they come up, maybe they'll stay a little bit longer. They don't have to rush home so quick. Haley, I heard you want to come to my house and steal my clothes. You're not coming to my house and steal my clothes. If you want to come and hang out, you know, we can aggravate people down the street. That's fine. You can come up. We can go.
We'll even have a stripper pole for you.
We can even walk the dogs. And I'll even put a stripper pole up in the corner of the house for you. In the living room or the dining room. You take your pick. And I'll even play the music for you. But that's what they miss. Everybody misses the old munch, the drunk munch, the one that used to go out and just say, you know what, I don't give 2 fucks. And back then I didn't. You know, I'm sure Mama Bear can tell you some stories. Many times Mama Bear has seen me drunker than a skunk. I'm trying to get the guts to start. I ain't even touching nothing no more. Will you make me another cup of coffee?
Yeah, no.
All right, thank you.
Tell Mama Bear in a couple minutes, put a link up, and if anybody wants.
Yeah, I mean, Mama Bear, if you want, in a couple minutes, you know, you make it for, you know, you make it whatever, however long or whatever. If you want to put up a link, if anybody else wants to join, let them join.
We're gonna have a little bit of fun.
We'll have fun. I have no problem with having fun.
Just say, why is everybody so quiet now?
But I just want everybody to know, like I said earlier, it doesn't matter if it's Haley, if it's you, Mama Bear, if it's Nada, if it's Act Right, if it's SS Brown Baby, doesn't matter. A1, Jojo Popowek, doesn't matter. If somebody is on there bullying anybody, especially the way they like to do shit, I'm gonna jump on there and I'm gonna set shit straight. I don't care who it is. I don't care what fucking state you're in. Don't run your mouth. The problem is with some of these people, and I've noticed this. I've noticed this ever since I really started coming to Gloversville, because Tammy and I've only been in Johnstown for 2 years. I mean, her and I we're originally, we moved in here together. We're gonna leave here together. It doesn't matter. But that's every place up here. No matter what street you go down, no matter what apartment you have, you always have people that run their mouth, talk shit, blah 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 blah, but they can't back it up. And you know what? And I kept quiet for a long time. And guess what? Munch don't drink. Munch comes out of his shell now. This is not the Munch that you really want to see, because, like I told him earlier, it's going to hurt you a lot worse than it's going to hurt me. And what he's got to understand is, when I did say something about him coming out of his house, he was a smart ass and he walked out of his front door. He said he was going to check the mail. Well, when I said that, and when you opened your front door, you basically accepted that. So now if I whoop your ass, which I'm not threatening you, it's an open invitation. But I also noticed that, if you really watched the live, he's got a little something in his hand and he leans his arm on it. And I didn't really know what it was. And then all of a sudden you see him go like this and he goes boink, boink, boink. Andrew, what do you need a baseball bat for, Andrew? Are you scared that somebody's going to come to your house? What's a bat going to do? See, it's like, it's like this, it's like, come on, Andrew. Come on, really? I don't need a weapon, Andrew.
Because at the end of the day, we all know Munch can take on Andrew.
Grizzly don't like anything in my hand. But that's what it is. Pussies. Oh, I won't forget this one. Hands yellow, heart red. All right. Do tell, Rosie. I don't know. It's a shame that it came down to this, because I remember a time, when I would do lives with Andrew here and there, and I would be in my room. We'd all be on video chat. Andrew would be in his bedroom, or Andrew would be out in the living room, video chatting. I'd be in my room. It'd be Andrew, me, Connie, Dippy, Mama Bear, a couple other people, and it's like we'd all fucking laugh and joke around, but then all of a sudden, boom. What happened to, what happened to that? I mean, did somebody find out something that they weren't supposed to find out? Or did they just get tired of listening to the bullshit? And then they did their own research and their own investigation, got the whole bag in there, and found out that, Andrew's full of bullshit. One thing he does is he contradicts himself all the time on his lives. 1 minute he says this, and then 10 minutes later, no, I never said that. You can't do that. Admit that you're wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, listen, it took me a long time. I'm 53 years old, ladies, and it took me a long time to admit that I was wrong, because I always thought I was right. But yeah, now that I look at it, that's the alcohol talking, because I always thought I was right. I always thought I was never in the wrong. But being sober, you look at things a little bit more clear. Your mind is not as fogged. you know, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that it wasn't too late for me to quit. I'm very grateful and thankful that there's no serious health issues with me, and that I'll probably live another 20 more years or 30 more years or whatever the case may be. Unpleasant, it wasn't my fault. No, it wasn't your fault, Connie. It's too much to type, Lowell, but I think I might just put it out. All right, I don't know who that is. That's Rosie. I don't know who
No.
Rosie is, but
Lip. It has to do with lips.
oh.
She's good. Tell Mama Bear to put a link in.
Oh yeah, I told her. Mama Bear, you can put a link out whenever you want. And but that's your choice. But I'll just leave it out there for you to do, for you to decide whether you want to put a link out there. Because I know you won't tolerate the bullshit. I know any of it. I know any of it. I know none of you guys will. That's for sure. But you know, Mama, listen. You know, for example, Mama Bear will tell you. You know, and I said this to Tammy earlier. You know, I remember many times Andrew doing lives and people getting smart with him and talking shit to him, and me not knowing the whole situation, and being that I resided with them, you know, and yes, Elisa was nice enough to give me a place to stay, but I also,
You don't owe
you know,
her.
I paid my way. I did things in the house, you know, and that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant because that's what friends do. Okay, I'll put that out there. That's what friends do. You know, because I had a very, very good friendship with Elisa for multiple years. And it just sucks that it has to come down to this to ruin that friendship, you know. But going back to what I was saying before, you know, multiple times I would get on Andrew's live and I would call somebody out because they want to talk shit. Listen, here's the address. Come see me. I'll meet you out front. You know, there's no shame in my game. I have nothing to hide. You want to talk shit? Come see me. I've said it multiple times. Mama Bear could probably tell you. Connie could probably tell you. Of course, Dippy ain't going to tell you because Dippy's just full of herself.
Very much.
Just like Jess, Ghost. You know, many times she's witnessed it. You know, many times to where I was drunk at night and been on a live with Andrew, and I don't even remember being on a live. You know, and then me talking to Connie and Jess and whoever the next day, and they're like, "Do you remember the live last night? What fucking live? What are you talking about? I didn't do no live last night." So you know, you live and learn. You learn from your mistakes. I'm not saying that Elisa was a mistake as a friend because she was. At one time, Elisa was a shut up, yeah, dickheads. Elisa was a very, very good friend at that time.
There's
Seriously,
a lot of love for that girl.
and I do, and I had a lot of love
That's
for
the
her.
fuck
I mean, there was nothing in this world that I would never do for her or those kids. But I'll be honest with you. Anytime I ever put my hands on Andrew, she never got up out of that chair and she never tried to stop me. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Is there true love there? No. No.
It's a toxic love.
That's a very, very toxic marriage right there. And you want to know something? I'll be the first one to admit. The last 5 years or 7 years of my marriage, yeah, it was very toxic. Did I help it at all? Absolutely not, because it got to a point, and I, you know, and I hate to say it like this, and I'll admit it. I probably put a lot of stress and a lot of strain on the marriage. I wasn't the easiest. Oh, we have to put the link out. Mama Bear can't. You know, I probably, you know, and I did. I put a lot of stress and strain on that marriage, and it wasn't fair to my ex-wife. It wasn't fair to the boys. But it is what it is. You know, you can't reap what you sow, especially when it comes to something like that. But I'm becoming a better person as we speak every day. One plus, you know, one good thing about it is, you know, I'm staying sober. You know, that's a plus. Do I plan on going back to drink? Absolutely not. You know, A1, you know, it's a possibility, but I think that friendship's gone because she has allowed I mean, for me, for me to sit here and say, do I wish that friendship to come back? Yes, but it will never be the same. And then I look at it to where, like when Andrew does his lives and stuff, does Elisa know everything that he does? Does Elisa know everything that he does on a live? Why does Andrew do a live at 3 o'clock in the morning? Why does Andrew do a live at 5 o'clock in the morning? It's
Then he puts Bella on there this afternoon.
then he puts B on there this afternoon. Um, I don't know. I love the girls. Those two girls. Let me tell you something. In my eyes, those two girls can never do nothing wrong. In my eyes, I've known Kay ever since she was 1. Bella, I've known her ever since she was probably 3 or 4. And it's a shame because let me tell you something. Those girls could come to me for anything,
And then all of a sudden,
and then all of a sudden, they wish me death, and they get that from Andrew because Andrew wished death on everybody, and for what? Why?
They talk them into
Why? I'm not trying to be rude. Do you? I can't do that. It was A1, but I can't because it keeps on moving. Connie, true. I was thinking about the girls too. Sometimes it's better to let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah, it's better to let sleeping dogs lie. But Connie, I think you should. I think you know me good enough.
Oh, she even said it, how close you were with the girls.
But besides being close with Connie, honestly, Connie and Mama Bear too, probably. This dog ain't gonna lie. This dog ain't gonna lay down and sleep. I'll tell you that. I don't play well with others sometimes, and I definitely didn't play well with others when I was under the influence. But now that I am sober, I definitely will not play. I will definitely not play well with others. Especially when it comes down to certain shit. There's no need to drag kids into this chaos per se, especially chaos that they started. For the fact is because they got to bug up their ass because I talked to Mama Bear. Okay, well that's I don't like the way. Hey, you know what? I don't like lips. So okay, I'm gonna kill our friendship over because you talk to fucking lips. Like seriously, that has nothing to do with me. That's your friend. Okay, just keep her out of my business per se. But to say what you say what you said about me of what I did because I stated my opinion. And then you're going to ruin an 11, 12-year friendship for that?
Just to prove a point to Andrew.
Just to try to prove it. I mean, I love it how Andrew comes out and says that, she picked the better man. Okay, she picked the better man. I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry that I do not play well with others either. I am a little mean, but stupidity makes me mean. No, you're not. Nah, you don't have no stupidity, Hallie. You're just from Louisiana.
No,
You got that mean blood in you.
They hit her where it was emotional, and she reacted, and then
they
tried to gang up on her.
And the thing is, I wasn't going to do any of this. I was just going to do the lives with Mama Bear, have fun, chit chat with the girls, comment, laugh, So of course, I'll put it out there. If I go on Mama Bear's lives, I really got to watch what I say, or I'm going to be time to fuck out.
We won't mention any names.
Yeah, we won't mention no names. That's right.
And then someone made a comment about how Haley came and got me, or Munch, or whatever. Yeah, that's not what happened.
Yeah, I believe that's what Dippy or Lip said.
And then
that Haley came and got Tammy, contacted Tammy, or whatever the case may be. No, she got on alive.
And that Mama Bear and everything's only giving us one side of the story. Let me tell you something. I've done so much goddamn research on all of you people. And I got my own opinion.
Tammy is the research queen. She's the investigating queen. No bullshit. I am going to put it out there on the fucking table.
Just like I know a lot about Hunter that Andrew don't even know that I know.
She is the investigating queen. If you want to find out something about somebody, you just contact Tammy and give it a fucking week, and Tammy will get you information that you need.
And just to let everybody know on the
Whose
Panda
live
crew,
is this?
on Panda's crew, Mama Bear's not the one that's giving me the information. I'm the one that messages her and gives her the info. Just to put that out there.
Ooh, how does that feel? Got a little butt
Stop
hurt?
telling people that Mama Bear's the one giving me info.
Yeah, we're the ones giving Mama Bear the info. How you like me now, bitches? Look, who was talking about me, though?
Who's that?
He has herpes, one cross dresses, and Roe live in our backyard because no one wants to.
That's gotta be accurate.
No, that's Haley. Haley, now she's got the house. You know, you got to figure her man or
She lives
ex-man
like a
or whatever. You know, now she lives like a queen. You know, he passed away, he died or whatever, and now she's living like a queen because now she's in that house. She's living like a porn star with no teepers.
Tell you what, if that was my man, whether we were together or not and died, I'd be fucking sitting, laying on their grave. Wouldn't be fucking living in their house.
You know, so I mean, I don't know. I mean,
What do you want me to add? This or that?
it's pretty sad. You can add that first. It's pretty sad when it's got to come down to this. But it is what it is. I mean, I really don't care. They're not going to hurt my feelings by any means. Most definitely not. My feelings do not get hurt too fucking easy. I'll be honest with you. As a matter of fact, if I had my mother and father here, my father would tell you it's very hard to hurt my feelings. Very hard. I don't let people bother me like that. And I think that's what they tried to do, because what bothered me the most, and it didn't hurt my feelings, it bothered me when they point blank came out, when he point blank came out, did a live, pulled up Michelina's number and called her to ask her about a rumor about a situation that happened to her 10 years ago. That's something, and I disagree with it, because it's not something that you would do on a live. But this is Andrew. That's the way Andrew gets his content. This is the way Andrew feeds off of bullshit.
She wanted people to know she would put that shit on her channel and have fucking.
I went on that live. I went back on that live probably a day later, 2 days later. I got her number, and I personally texted her, and I told her that I was very sorry that he did that. I have nothing to do with Andrew, but I felt so bad because that was brought up to her, that something happened to her 10 years ago. Why would you do that?
Come on, Andrew, answer the question.
Why would you do that? No need for it. That's something that you would discuss privately. You know, you want to have a conversation with somebody, you discuss it privately.
And
stuff like that you don't bring up into a channel like this.
And he's only doing what he's doing because Lips and Dippy are in his ear.
Munch, remember the song I sent you for the Panda crew? It should be
the opening of our song.
Oh, the opening. Confirm it. Confirm it, then, Mama Bear. Laugh out loud. Wifey got the whip. Andrew got the. Listen, the wifey's. Listen, Connie. Wifey's always got the whip on Andrew. She's the man of that house. She listen, honestly, she's the authority of that house, to be honest with you. Andrew ain't no authority. Andrew don't have no authority. Because let me tell you something, multiple times where Andrew would ground those girls from school, and Elisa would come home and say, yeah, that's not happening. You don't have any right. Just like in the beginning, Andrew had no right to even discipline, ground, take anything away from B. That was point blank stated to Andrew right from Elisa. But this is what they chose. What they chose. Because if they just did it a different way than how they did it, we'd probably still be talking. Yes, Andrew blocked me how long ago, even before supposedly I slept with Shamu. Which that never happened. Link, please. How the fuck do I do it? You
I
can't.
don't know. Let me try. Hang on.
Hold on, Mama Bear. She's got to try.
Tell her I'm on my phone, so I'm not used to the phone.
Yeah, she's on her phone.
Just give me a minute, guys. Ask her if I can do it with the 3 dots above.
Can she do it with the 3 dots above, Mama Bear? Just message my phone, Mama Bear.
No, I don't think that's how you do it. Let me try it this way.
Copy link.
I don't know if that's how you do it.
Enough, Thor.
Copy invite link. Okay.
Link copied.
Where do I put it?
You can post it, I think.
Oh, where? Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see. Mama Bear, message him and let him know if you could still hear us if we're back in the live. And let me know if that link worked.
BB. BB has joined. Really? Who's BB? Angel, she is a good. Okay, Haley. She could have used a toothbrush if she was gonna. OMG, I just spit soda. Don't spit soda. That's not good. Don't spit it all over your laptop or anything.
And why is it okay for him and his crew to talk shit about other people and make fun of other people, but it's not okay when we give it back to them because we know them personally?
Yeah, that's a good question. That is a very good question. You know, it's like they talk shit about
And
everybody.
you don't ever make fun of nobody, really.
Yeah, they, you know,
Jokingly,
they sit there and talk shit about everybody. They can go on YouTube and they can talk shit about this one, that one, Mama Bear, Haley, you know, but you know, and Elisa will talk shit about Mama Bear, which, you know, don't get me wrong. I'll put a stop to that fucking shit too, because I'll blow her shit right up on YouTube. I don't care. That could be for another lot. BB is me. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Angel, you have each one down so well.
Wait a few minutes. We don't have that.
Here, just put some water in that. But it is, you know, they can sit there and talk all kinds of shit about everybody else, but boy, oh boy, when you confront them or when you say something about them or one of their, listen, I can't consider them as a panda crew. I can't consider them as a crew at all. I call them minions, little minions and trolls. Fucking trolls is what they are. You see how I'm operating. You don't hear no other line behind me. Oh, Mama Bear, you're killing me. Mama Bear, you got to go in there and add her. She's BB.
I might have to go to YouTube and do it.
Did you get out of the YouTube?
What'd I do? Oh, okay. Oh. Did that work, Mama Bear? Oh, wow, buffalo are beautiful. Connie was saying something about buffalo. I wonder if it worked. I don't see her. Because for some reason, YouTube chat is overlapping on the live chat. Hey, Connie, can you hear us? I just don't know how to put it. I don't know. We hear toys. Click the middle of my name. Huh? I mean, click the middle of the name. I don't get what she's saying. This is freaking retarded. Where's the chat now? Oh, this thing's annoying on the phone.
Yeah, I think.
There we go. Oh, the mic's muted. What? Hold on. Move, hide camera, keep audio. That should be. Hang on, guys. This is freaking all stupid on the phone. Trying to think. Can you guys still hear us? Copy invite link. Now I just got to figure out how to. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. Guests can add channels to the stream. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Why is it? All right, that's like the private chat, I think. Oh, I see you, Mama Bear. Hold on. Where did I put it, though? I figured it out, I think. Why did it lock it? Now I locked it.
You gotta unlock it.
But I don't know how I locked it. Hang on.
This is my moderator, Rob.
I don't even know how to even get in there. Shit! Oh, this was getting so good. We should have just left it alone. Are you laughing at me, Mama Bear? No, I was in private chat, but then. Feed ad.
Okay. I don't know, Cookie Bear.
How the fuck do I unlock it? This is annoying.
Yeah, you fucked it up. Didn't you, Carol?
No, I don't want to hide it.
Huh?
See, it doesn't show me that to where I can text, so it's like hard.
Timer out, actor.
Fuck. No, I don't want that. Oh. What did I just do? Yeah, see that? It's hard to get in there. There we go. Try that. Try that. Mama Bear, if you can hear me. I'll go back to this. The chat. Where the chat is. Because she can, if she can get on. I sent the stream. Or whatever the fuck you call it.
Link.
There she is. All right, I see you're on screen, but I don't hear you. All right, so there's that. I fixed that. Okay, she can hear us. Or yeah, they can hear us. Oh, you see your hand? To the left, do you see the icon? Looks like you're on, Mama Bear. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
And I knew I could get my instinct back with this shit.
Woo! We figured it out. Yay!
Jump, Moby. Come on down. Daddy gave you cheese. Come on. You gotta get there.
Hi,
Come on.
Wendy. Hi, Munch. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Come on, Grace.
I think my dad's
Come on.
watching.
Booby shake, booby shake. So, what you been up to?
You know, about 5'8".
5'8"? Oh, hell.
5'8". Yeah,
No,
you know,
no.
so like I was saying earlier, I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's just sad that it had to come down to this
Yeah.
with them, you know, and because I mean, at one time we were all, we all chit chatted probably on a daily basis, probably a couple times a day, and even at night,
Enoch.
Right.
But people get a bug up their ass because they don't like this one talking to that one or that one talking to this one, and it is what it is. It's part of life, I mean, I'm not gonna stop talking to somebody if they didn't do anything wrong to me.
Right.
And you technically do nothing wrong to them, Mama.
You know?
Right. Look,
It
here, I
just
got
sucks.
a question for you.
What's that?
For both of you, actually. Okay, say you got a best friend or a cousin, somebody you're really, really, really close to, and they pass away, right?
Yeah.
And, your people know this, your friends know this, but they create drama anyway. How would you feel about them people? Hey, Rocket Robin.
I would disregard them. I would cut them right off. I would cut them right out of my life.
Right. Okay. Would you defend this? Would you defend a person, even if that person wasn't your friend?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, well, listen, if if that person is talking shit about that person that passed away or whatever, it doesn't matter if it's my cousin, my sister, a very good friend. It doesn't matter. I mean, if that person didn't do nothing wrong to you, why would you talk shit about them?
Right.
Why would you talk shit, why would you talk shit about that person? That
Right.
For one, the way I would look at it as you are being disrespectful to the death of that person because that person is no longer here to defend himself
But-
or herself.
Right. Right. Well, here, let me make a statement real quick. I'm not going to say nothing about nothing yet, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not with none of our crew right now, nobody in this chat, probably the one standing on the outside of that bush. And I want them to hear this, okay? Because if what I found out is true just a few minutes ago, and these people know and have known what somebody's going through, I'm finna come 15 times harder.
Well, I don't blame
15 fucking times harder at the
I
people.
don't blame you. Absolutely. I would too.
Because that's being a shitty fucking friend to
Absolutely.
someone that's lost everything.
Right.
Literally.
Right. You know,
And it
that's no
don't matter
different.
if I'm friends with this person or that person or not. You just don't fucking do it.
Exactly. Yes, that's a very, very valid point. You know, it's like this. You know, it's like I said earlier, I wasn't gonna do any of this. I would have got on lives with you, you know,
No,
and messed
nobody
with
knows,
you,
Connie. Apparently
you know.
nobody knows what I just found out.
And the thing is he pushed, you know, it's like I got pushed to that point to where, you know, that certain somebody did something on a live, and that was very disrespectful in my eyes. You don't bring something you don't bring something that you don't bring something like that up
That personal.
that you don't know if it's traumatized that person, if she still has nightmares about what happened, or whatever the case may be. You don't do that on a live. You don't advertise that to everybody to hear, and you know, and that person and their people are gonna thrive off of this shit and think it's a joke.
And it's Lips that's causing most of this.
You know, and Lips. I don't know
Yes.
what the deal is. You know,
She's the one that's causing
I don't know
most of
what the
this
deal
drama.
is with her. I don't know if she just doesn't get poked enough at home, or if she's not rubbing it the right way in the shower, or the shower wand is broken. It's just not used as an adult toy no more. But you know, you don't do that. You know, and then when they went on there and they pinpointed this shit with Haley, you don't do that. No, Haley didn't reach out. I'll put it right out there. Haley did not reach out to Tammy. Haley did not reach out to me. Tammy came home. She messaged me a couple times. She came home. She said, "You got to get on. You know, you got to check this out." I said, "You know what? I ain't checking shit out. Get right out. Get right out. I'll get right on the live with Haley."
And we listen for
Then, Then all of a sudden, as soon as I get on there, boy, nobody wants to talk no
the
more.
live got interrupted and they had to do a relive. You know how
Nobody had nothing to say no more. Now all of a sudden you get off, you do a Restream with that live that Haley's doing with you and myself. You're Restreaming in your background to do your live because now you and your people want to talk shit. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You got something to say to somebody.
I haven't even watched it yet. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Oh yeah, you got. Oh yeah, watch.
What I'm talking about that apparently nobody else knows about yet has happened within the last 24 hours. So I need confirmation on it. And if I find out that, man, oh my Jesus.
All right, so is this something that you want to privately message me, or is this something that you want to privately talk about?
Just telling you, his fist gonna be real ugly on these streets.
Okay. All right.
And I mean that.
Well, you know that I will have your back.
Because I cannot stand somebody using somebody and abusing somebody mentally and emotionally like that. I can't deal with that shit. I won't deal with it, no matter if it's my worst damn enemy.
Right. Nope. Oh, listen, I agree.
So
you're gonna say
I knew someone that had passed away, and people made money off of his death. That the money was supposed to get collected and go to his family, his children, his grandkids, his mom.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah, see,
collected the
that's
money,
not,
didn't get it to the family.
it ain't got
So
to that level yet.
he was gone for a while, and I ended up going out that night, and I ended up going into the bar that I didn't want to go into, and I attacked the whole bar. You can ask Munch.
Right.
Out of respect for him because he wasn't here. And I called all their fakeness asses out. Just me. No one got involved or nothing. I went up there and demanded respect for him because he wasn't here anymore.
All right.
There's certain things that you don't attack people about. Now, okay, people can bring up Munch getting arrested. Okay, it's obvious. Because I know Andrew posted it on his Facebook when Jackie got arrested for the drug thing. But you don't, what they've doing to Haley, what they did to you, and now they're talking shit about Act Right, and then you got fucking Lips running her mouth on her shit, and now she's done with Nicolene, and now she's attacking another girl. You know what I mean? And she's nothing but a fake ass wussy that hides in her home on a computer.
Right. I agree. I totally agree. What I'm gonna say next though is, let me see how I got to figure out how to word it.
Take your time.
Yeah, you take your time. You figure out how you want to word it, and then you just come back in anytime you want. You know that. My life.
Well, I mean,
listen.
this person ain't never did me no wrongs. Has always been nice to me, right?
Yep.
That's how it usually
This
goes.
happened within the last 24 hours. And look here, I'm just gonna say like this: if I find out, no, I ain't even gonna say that. Yeah,
I love you, Mama Bear.
I love you too. It's really hard because I'm not on my panel. I can say what I want to say on my panel.
You can say whatever you want on my panel. You don't have to hide anything. You've never stopped me from saying what I wanted to say on your panel. So why would I stop you from saying what you want to say on my panel?
Right.
You have
Right.
the panel is yours. You want to speak what's on your mind? You speak up what's on your mind and you say it the way you want to say it.
You're under the Munch protection.
Oh, hey, I truly believe I don't need none, but thank you.
Listen, you're not under the panda protection. You know,
No.
I don't know what kind of protection they're offering because all they do is hide behind or in front of their screens or their cameras. They don't want to come out into the real world like real people.
Friends like that, you don't need no damn enemies.
No, absolutely not. But I'm just putting it out there. You listen, my panel, you can say whatever you need to say.
Well, this person's done sent people to me several times asking me to make shit stop with the bullshit and the drama that they endure because they open their mouth and run lies and shit. Okay? I'm just going to say this. Y'all like ultimatums. You want this shit to stop, come talk to me. I'll try my damnedest to make it stop. I can guarantee you on my side it'll stop if you can make me believe some stories.
Right.
Okay? What them folks are doing to you was wrong. What they done to you today was wrong. Okay? What they doing to you right now at this exact fucking minute is wrong. Okay?
I hear you.
I'm telling her this because she has no one left that's going to stand behind her and be her friend and be in her fucking corner. Because she's burned every fucking bridge there is. And all I'm going to say is, I hope and pray to God that karma sees light.
Right. Yeah, but you know how karma works. So, Mama Bear, you know how karma works.
Karma works in mysterious ways. You wish death upon one, karma comes and takes the other.
Yes, very true. Very true. You know, and I hate to say it, you know, because I've been divorced for 3-4 years. and God rest her soul, my ex mother-in-law, which is passed away, how many years ago? She
Mhm.
was a very, very true. When I say true, she was a true believer in karma.
He's got to be patient.
And that's what she said. You just have to be patient because karma will come and sweep you up
I can tell
and
you
fuck
stories.
you all up.
You know,
But
it's
sometimes,
sad because I honestly go
sometimes
ahead.
people got to learn. Sometimes people got to learn the hard way, Mama Bear, and that's what it's got to come down to. They got to learn the hard way. And
I know.
when it does, then all of a sudden it's too late.
And it's sad because I mean, I know how this certain person's feeling. I really do.
Right.
You know? But whether they lie in their fate, karma gonna come.
It sure will.
Guarantee it.
Listen, it always does.
Making my anxiety go up.
It always does. Listen, you got Tammy's anxiety right now going through the fucking roof because now she's trying to,
I'm
here
just
goes
gonna
the.
I'm gonna put it to the person like this. I know.
Well, I know you ain't talking about me, so I don't care. You can ask me
I ain't
anything,
talking
and
about
I'm
anybody in this chat right now.
and
They
I
may be on the outside, but I'm gonna tell y'all no. I know.
because you can ask me anything you want, and I'll give you my honest opinion, or I'll give you the fucking truth.
I know. This was just found out when I was eating. So yeah, it's like I said, I gotta get confirmation on it before I speak on it. But
I have a
I
question
can
then.
speak
And
from my side.
does it have anything to do with White Boys Live?
I didn't watch all of it.
Okay.
I'll have to go back and look.
I'm just seeing if I'm that good at figuring shit out.
I don't know. I don't know honestly because I didn't watch the whole thing because I had company at the time.
All right.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Well, I'll privately message you, and I'll see if I'm close.
I mean, I'm probably wrong. I mean, for her to go up on our panel like that, that's kind of telling me. I'll never turn against Mama Bear, just putting that out there. So.
Yeah, listen. You ain't never got to worry about me turning against you. I'm on your side, girl.
I mean, what's up in the tale that my bedroom is dirty? Okay, and my bed ain't made. Okay, and my Cheetos are right next to me. My box of medicines over here next to me. The ones that I have to take for my heart and shit. Yeah, that's right next to me. My peanut butter no bake cookies is sitting on the dresser right there because my fat ass eats it all the time because I stay high.
Whoa. What you got? You got those peanut butter. You got those peanut butter no bake cookies?
Yes, I went and bought the last 4 again today.
What the fuck?
Yes, I did. I went and bought the last 4 today. Can't help it. That's an addiction, dude. Shit.
Okay. Listen, if you say so.
It is. OMG. It's so bad. I love them.
I just messaged you.
No.
Neither?
Neither.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with anybody in this chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be
right
fucking
now.
up all my fucking trying to figure it out.
It has to do with somebody that's on the outside that I know is watching this live for a 100% confirmation. I know on that part.
Well, I'm sure you and I will be messaging each other back and forth later.
You want me to stop? Come speak to me. That's your ultimatum. Stop sending your friends. Because I don't take messengers.
You gonna say hi to everybody, Chris? Say hi.
I know. I see that.
Say hi to everybody, Chrissy Beth. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. That's my baby boy right there.
Hi, Miss Pam.
Pam O'Connor.
Huh?
Pam O'Connor, something like that.
Who's that? Pam O'Connor? Yeah. Hi, Pam.
What's up, Pam?
Yeah, it's a, hey, eventually it all bites you in the ass in the end. Eventually the truth comes out. Eventually it all comes out,
Get
and
down.
people don't like it when it comes down to that
Yep.
because, like you said, it does come down to
I've told everybody from the beginning, the truth will set them free. They don't want to listen. Karma gonna get your
And then they
ass.
lie and
you know,
lie, and
you
then
know,
they're quiet, and then they
and
lie.
it's like this, Mama Bear. It's like, you know what? I've said it a couple different times. To Andrew, I'll say his name, Andrew. Hey, you want this shit to stop? You know what? Admit that you're wrong.
No, he can't come talk to me. They ain't no talking to him no more.
You know?
But I will take it upon consideration if this person speaks to
Yep.
me and tells me and answers the questions I have.
Right.
Because there's several different people I have questions for. So I mean, nobody really knows exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. In all honesty,
Correct. Yeah, because you got
So-
Tammy's eyes over here fucking twitching. I got to give her some medication now.
But I'm just gonna simply tell this person I know where you been. Okay, I know who you was around. I know what happened. I was told. So now I'm waiting on confirmation. So you want me to stop? People to stop? That's your ultimatum. Till then, carry the fuck
That's
on.
right. Carry the fuck on.
Exactly. I don't want to give up until they apologize to you. Right.
I don't.
Start it off with,
I'm gonna be like, hey, I take mine in 50s
but
and
you want to know
100s.
something? It comes down to this.
Yeah, but let's
You know,
tell them they.
Yeah, but listen, though, it comes down to this. You can only take so much bullshit. You can only take so many apologies before you've had enough, and the apologies don't work no more. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Okay, and this is something that I learned during my recovery time. This is something that I've learned in the groups and the meetings that I have gone to. You can be an addict. Doesn't mean that you're addicted to drugs. Alcohol's a drug.
I'm addicted to no bake peanut
I
butter.
bet
no
you
bacon
are.
cookies.
Keep on rubbing it in. Bitch.
On that.
So when it comes down to even addiction, when you're so fucked up and you do stupid shit, you apologize, you apologize, you apologize, you apologize, you apologize, you apologize, you apologize. Okay. After so many apologies, now you become clean. Okay, this was set at a meeting. This was discussed at a meeting.
I know all about it. Well, not about your meeting.
You now you're straight, you're sober, you've been sober and drug free for multiple years, and it was this woman that was in an NA meeting. She's been clean for 18 years, 19 years, and she still catches herself apologizing to her son. And that's what it is. It comes down to you. So like she said, you're trying to make amends. You want to make amends, but in the same sense, how many times, don't scrape the bottom, how many times are you going to apologize before that apology is not accepted no more?
Amen.
So it doesn't matter if you have an addiction. It doesn't matter if it's over, something easy with that shit. Don't make it too hot. It's just part of life. How many times do you apologize? Perfect example. How many times would I have to apologize to Tammy for me doing the stupid shit that I've done, for her to say, you know what, your apologies don't mean your apologies don't mean shit no more. Now you have to prove it. Yes, I have to gain trust back and all that bullshit. But how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take for that person to accept your apology again, to gain that trust back, and know that you're not going to do the same shit over and over again.
When you're
Right. And see, like A1 says, action speaks louder than words
Absolutely.
in that case. You're exactly
Absolutely.
right.
She's listen, she's 150% right. You know, that's a guarantee.
What'd you finna eat?
But you know, like I said, how many apologies is it going to take? You know, and it does come down to that. Actions speak louder than words.
when it's put in your face.
You know, so when it's
Yeah.
put in your face
And you know,
constantly, and then you try to do right, how long is it going to take to make everything better? You know, before you can gain that trust, and before you can, I turned it down on one. You know, it's
good.
why are you licking the spatula like that? You gonna lick me like that?
I'm good.
Hold on a second.
We should probably move that fan up over there. Right?
Probably.
The cats might get it, but they won't be able to get into it.
You know, and then
Okay.
another thing I want to bring up this evening is, you know, it's like I confronted, you know, I gave you information the other night. You did what you wanted to do with it. I told you to do what you want to do with it. I don't. You know me. I don't give a shit about that shit. But it's like another thing, you know. It's like people say that they're not on particular shit. That's you know.
Right.
It's like, for example, it's you know, like today. You know, you're gonna sit there and say, "That's not my case. That it's not in my name." Okay, it doesn't matter if it's in your name or not. It's in her name. You're all collecting food stamps, which I don't give a shit about. If you need them, you need them. If you don't, you don't. There's just some people out there that need it a little bit more than others, and they get screwed out of the deal. But he sits there and says how he's not on that case. So if that's the case, the information that we sent you earlier, he is not legally able to use that benefit card.
Right. In all honesty, nobody would even really care, except the fact that when it was brought out, he lied. He brings out everything out on everybody else, especially if it's a lie, man. Especially if it's a lie, he will bring that shit and run with it. Okay, but when it's the truth on him, it's like no, 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 no. And when you bring it out, it's fucking bullshit.
Yep.
Don't lie. That's the whole issue. Stop lying. Everybody needs to stop fucking lying. What are you fixing to eat? You know, I thought I was saying food.
Cattle King, you better send me up some of them no-bake cookies.
Hell no, he just came in here and got 4 of them. 4 cookies.
What the fuck, Cattle King?
Sure did.
You know, but it's like Haley got on there and she came right out and said how, you know, her husband, because of his sickness and stuff like that, and he gets it. There was no shame in her game. You know, she admitted that her man got it. So what's the difference? You know, it's like I broke it down. They get $774 a month. Okay? So you take $774, you divide that by 4 people, that's $193.50 per person each month.
Right.
So if he's not on the case, and if it's only 3 of them, her and the 2 girls, you do that by 3, that's $258 for her and each girl.
Right. And technically, you're required to look for a job while you're trying to draw benefits and all of that. If you maintain and get a job, and then that counts.
And the way it works up here, because I see it all the time, The way
Oh, I
it
know
works,
how the system works.
the way it works up here is that if you have an addiction, if you have a drug addiction, an alcohol addiction, listen,
mental
and
disorder,
you're gonna laugh. A mental disorder, a sex addiction. Listen, if you go get yourself help like that, they want you to go and apply for public assistance, food stamps, Medicaid, the whole 9 yards. And as long as you follow their guidelines, you will continue to get those benefits.
Right.
So what fucks me up, what fucking boggles my mind, is he sits there and says how he does not collect food stamps, which is bullshit because you guys are legally married, supposedly,
We're gonna find that out.
which we're going to find that out also because they only pay $25 or $35 or whatever for a marriage license. That is going to the courthouse, paying that money, and being told, yes, you two can legally get married whenever you choose to. Now you're going to have a ceremony. Now you need a wedding license. Now you're going to get a marriage license from that person that did your ceremony. That's a whole different document right there. So they should be able to provide a actual marriage certificate stating that they are legally married in New York State with the New York State stamp on it. So being that they're legally married, by law, he is supposed to be, he may not be actually physically collecting food stamps, but he has to be put on that case because he lives in that household, or they're going to take him. Well, doesn't matter anyway because he technically owes child support for K, which I don't know if that was ever dropped or whatever the case may be. Andrew sits there and says how because now the boy's of age, so now I can say his name legally. He sits there and says how he pays child support for Hunter. That motherfucker never paid child support for Hunter. It was always Elisa.
$25 a month court order that I had them court order paperwork on that
it was,
child custody plan.
And it was always Elisa paying that child support because I remember taking Elisa down to get money orders.
So why did they make Allison also pay child support?
Because I think he was part of it. He was awarded the state.
A little bit.
That's what I thought because the aunt tried to get custody.
He was awarded to the state by the information I got.
Yeah. For a little while there.
Yeah, the aunt tried to get custody.
Yeah. But, he sits there and says how he has, joint custody of his kids. Listen, I've never seen any documentation stating that Andrew even had joint custody of Kay. He doesn't have joint custody of the youngest child, the youngest child that he had, because if you have joint custody, then you should have your daughter. You should have that little girl.
There's all different types of custody.
Somebody asked, do they get housing?
What's that?
Do they get housing? Someone asked.
I don't know, but I could probably find out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they get housing or not. But another thing is like this: how the fuck are they affording their cell phone bills? How the fuck are they affording their Wi-Fi? Neither of them work.
The government benefits.
So the only thing
is what they're going to try to say.
So the only thing I can think of is she gets food stamps. Okay, well, to this certain person, which you know who exactly I'm talking about. Hey, let me get $50 so I can take care of this or whatever the case may be. I'll give you 50, 60, 70 bucks in food stamps. Just let me know what you need. I'll have it delivered to your house. Like, many people do that shit. That's a big fucking thing that goes around up here. Are you writing my essay up for class tomorrow?
Sorry. I forgot to mute.
Listen, I need my goddamn essay by first thing Monday morning, so you better hurry up and get that shit done.
Yeah, no, you don't pay me for that. I don't get paid for that. You don't pay me. Don't nobody pay me for that.
Get out of my cabinet.
You're gonna flaunt.
I hear you.
You're gonna flaunt.
Yeah, I'm fucked. I ain't getting my fucking college degree from now on. You know, and that's
crazy.
You know, I don't care how they live. I don't care that they collect food stamps. I don't care what they do. Don't come on YouTube bashing people about shit you really don't have a clue about, because, Andrew, you don't do your research. You don't do your investigating work. You have your...
No, all his mods do.
Yeah, all his... No, they're not even mods, Mama Bear. They're not even mods. I call them minions.
I know.
They're minions.
But even like that thing he did on Chris and freaking that movie there, that to me was beyond, because I know deep down they asked Hunter again. There's gonna be a lot more closure than there is now.
Yeah.
That's all I'm putting out there.
You know, and he says that is nobody will ever find where my boy is. Nobody will ever find where my son is. Nobody's going to talk to my son.
He also said nobody, no evidence.
Listen,
He's also said that so many times.
You know, it's like this. The fucking boy is 18 years old. He's an adult now.
He doesn't want to mess
You
around
don't
with all the
have
toxic shit.
You don't have no say over your kid. He's a grown man now. He's got a kid of his own.
Right.
You know, it's just, it is. It's really sad how it had to come down to this. I mean, me personally, I don't care, you know. Me and Tammy are content the way we are. I mean, I talk to you. I message you in the morning. Good morning. I'll even message Cattle King. You know, it's like I chit.
Yep.
You know, Tammy's dad. You know, he sends me reels. I send him reels. You know, he messages me. I message him. You know, it's like our life is pretty simple.
It's not stressful.
It's not stressful.
Animal wise, maybe,
Yeah,
but
yeah, maybe animal wise, but other than that, I mean, listen. Like I said earlier, ever since I quit drinking and I'm trying to work on myself, you know, I go see a therapist for mental health and shit, you know, because I want to figure out what's going on with me. I can't worry about what's going on with somebody else, but I have to worry about what goes on with somebody else, because then you have these people, you know, these minions that want to come out and just bash people. Like, what the fuck do you get out of that? Like, do you go to bed wet? Do you go to bed with a heart on or something? I mean, I hate to say it like that, but I mean, do you have a better sex life because now you got that on your mind that you just bash somebody on YouTube?
He got everybody in his mind.
You know, it's like it's ridiculous with these people. You know, I mean, it's no different. Listen, for one, I'm not going to allow somebody to go on a live and bash you. I'm not going to allow somebody to go on there and bash fucking A1. I'm not going to allow any of the women or men that are on my channel, on my live, on my panel right now. I'm not going to allow them to bash you, because if I find out about it, I'm going to go on that live and I'm going to bash them. And I have a lot more information on them than they will ever have on you. That's a guarantee.
But the sad part about it, they don't even want to come up and talk to me. They just want to run their mouth. They want to block me. They want to block my mods. I mean, come on. If you've really got something to say to me, hit that link.
come on, Andrew.
You've had several creators already open their panel for these people, this fucking pedo ring, to fucking come and open up and talk.
Right. Well, listen,
none of them want to do it.
Right.
They come in and cornball.
Listen, it's just like,
because we know the truth about them.
Absolutely. You know, it's just like Tammy. You know, Tammy dropped a link. I don't see any of them up here having a discussion.
None of them.
They don't.
If they can't even debunk.
They don't want.
The shit they say.
You know, the thing is they should, you know, instead of them doing their research on other people over stupid shit, why don't you do your research on Andrew? Why don't you do an investigation on Andrew and see what kind of bullshit artist that he is? He's a scammer. Listen, I don't know who the fuck supports him from YouTube, but stop doing that because he's just using you.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like I said, what do they get out of it? You know, the only reason why
They're
the only reason
content that they can run their mouth about
yeah, that's it. And you want to know
and suck up for money.
will you stop?
He tried to get a hold of some chick years ago and played her to get money out of her.
Well, Andrew always does that. Andrew always plays people to get money out of them.
Yeah, he always does that.
He always does that. He always says, "Oh, I got my internet's slow." Listen, I don't have no internet right now. I have more important bills to take care of. You think it bothers me not having service on my fucking phone? Absolutely not. We have more important bills to take care of. That's an accessory, not a necessity. Tammy's phone, on the other hand, is a necessity because Tammy uses her phone for what they call, Andrew, a fucking job.
Yes, sir, indeed.
Just like that time he was doing a live, and I forget who he was talking to. And he's like, "Oh, it's storming here." Well, I'm sitting at my dining room table.
And boy,
It wouldn't even rain.
there ain't no rain. There ain't a fucking cloud in the sky.
And then there was something else. Sitting here going, really?
Oh, it's really windy out, so the internet was breaking up. No, there wasn't a fucking. Listen, today was the windiest day that we've had in probably a month.
Dang.
So, stop bullshitting people. Then he goes on there to one time and he goes that he needs, this is my wish list. I need litter for the cats, but we're changing litters. We're not going to use regular litter. We're going to use wood chips. Because you can't afford litter. If you can't afford to take care of your animals, you shouldn't have them.
At all. At all. They don't need to be caged up 24 hours a day either.
Right. Listen, Tammy, I'll tell you. I don't have a crate in my house. Yes.
I don't either.
At night, I keep my dogs in the kitchen. But during the day when we're home, the dogs have to run to the house. They have to run to the house.
If they would now, but they'd get too loud.
Yeah, they'd have to run to the house now, but they'd be getting too loud because, of course.
We'll have to videotape them one day because you guys will get a kick out of it.
Lazy Ace, the biggest fucking baby I got, he wants to fucking torment, he wants to tease the other ones with the bone. And
that's too funny.
It's a fucking shit show, Mama Bear.
And that's all you hear when you go through this house is feet. That's it.
I'm surprised my neighbor downstairs doesn't come up and knock on my door and tell me, what are you doing up there? Are you having a party? Because Ace just comes, trucking through the house. He's got fucking mitts on him like that, and he's only 5 months old, but he runs through this house like he's a fucking horse.
Wow.
It's
crazy.
I don't know. It's just, it's sad that it is. It's very sad that it's come down to this, but you know what? I don't know. I
just straight shit show for the last week.
Yeah, it's he's caused it though. That's the thing.
All of them have caused it. All of them. All of them Panda crews. Every damn Panda crew of them.
And I know he's got some minions in here, checking this live out and listening and all that bullshit. And I don't really give a shit. If he wants to use this,
well, they need to relay the message I sent.
If he wants to restream my live to use for his live, Andrew, go ahead, because you need the information. You need to feed off other people's bullshit.
He was all pumped up with the first live earlier today, all pumped up, and then the girls got involved, started freaking teaming up against fucking Haley. Then he turns that off, starts a whole new live. And then nobody but maybe Lips gets on panel. Dippy, I guess, had to go to work, but yet she was getting accepted into a job. So Congratulations on that.
That bitch ain't got to, when did she get a damn job? She can't even stay sober long enough to fucking hold a job.
There you go. Thank you.
Bouncing off and down off the fucking couch all the damn time so you fall so somebody can see your fucking big wide ass or your fucking titties that hang to your goddamn fucking ankles.
So then,
The fuck you mean you got a job, bitch? You ain't got no goddamn job. Shut the fuck up lying, you fucking methicated bitch.
so then they're texting back and forth on the chat, blah, 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 putting her down, talking shit, this. They were all acting all big and bad and loud and obnoxious and belittling her. I get Munch on there. I go on. You want to see his face expressions? Go watch his video.
Yeah, his whole demeanor changed.
And I got it recorded, so
yeah, his whole
he
demeanor
can
changed.
delete it all he wants.
Too funny.
Right. Then he goes to get the bat.
Yeah, listen, it's like, you know, and listen, I'll put this out there right on my live.
I got 6 dogs.
Andrew, that bat don't mean shit to me, buddy. Doesn't mean shit. Because you're going to need the bat more than I'm going to need the bat. That's a guarantee.
What residue is on that bat? Where did that bat come from? What's that bat got on it? What's it embedded
Green.
with?
It's a green bat.
Where has
It's the same bat he used to walk up the street the day that Munch and that guy on the motorcycle had words.
how many people he hit with that bat?
Oh.
What's on that bat?
Listen, he hasn't hit anybody with that fucking bat. He is all
I'm
talk.
just saying, we can run with the shit too.
Yeah, he's all talk. Listen,
You just gave me an
We
idea.
can run with it.
listen, just like he went on one of his lives and says how he beat up that big guy that was in the trail or wherever, the rail trail or wherever the fuck it was, I can't remember, but I remembered alive because he stated that he beat the shit out of him, and he was 3 times bigger than me. But then in the same sentence, he admitted that he whacked the guy in the back of the fucking head or on the back of the neck or on the back with a log. What do you need a weapon for? What do you need a weapon for?
Because he's got little man syndrome.
I
You
heard.
know-
I heard that.
You know, and the thing is listen, I'm not the toughest guy. I'm not the baddest guy. Yes, there are many people out there that can kick my ass. I'll be the first one to tell you that. There's a lot of people out there that can kick my ass. But I will guarantee you one thing. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you're going to know you got in a fight with me. Because I'm not going to go down without a fight.
He said on the live one time he carried a knife and will teach the girls too, also for protection. Them girls can whoop his ass. What the fuck you
I'll
mean?
put it to you this way. The very first night that I ever drank with Andrew, the girl that I used to see went and picked Elisa up from work, brought her back to the house. Elisa didn't say a word when she walked in that house. She sat at that table, and all he did was for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe close to 2 hours, is bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch. Scream at her, got in her face, the whole 9 yards. Finally, I looked at Elisa. I took my glasses off my head. I said, I've had enough. And she just looked at me and said, do what you got to do. Well, I grabbed a hold of that motherfucker. I yoked him up. I stuffed him up in the corner of a fucking wall. And when I dropped him on the floor, a knife came out of his pocket. Well, he went to grab that knife. I took the knife away from him and I stuck it right in the middle of the dining room table. And then I grabbed him again and picked him back up and stuffed him in the fucking corner. Wow. Guess what, Andrew? You called the cops that night. Because you were scared.
And where'd you sleep that night?
And I slept right in that fucking living room because Elisa didn't make me leave. Never once did Elisa ever tell me to leave that house when me and Andrew got into it. She always told Andrew, you can pack your shit and get the fuck out. So what does that say? That's the type of friendship that Elisa and I had. Because Elisa knew that I would never let anybody hurt her or those girls. And everybody knows the type of relationship me and those girls had.
I'll be the first one to say it.
Hang on, I'm listening to something real quick.
Yeah.
It may confirm something.
You're good. You know, but you know, just while you're listening to that, I will tell everybody. I greatly appreciate everybody coming in on this live. I appreciate it tremendously. I like the support. I like the comments. I like the questions. Hopefully, within the next couple of weeks, we will get our internet back up because I do have a laptop, which I'm going to dedicate that to the YouTube channel, to where I could actually be on video, look at the questions. I can answer the questions. But I do. I appreciate everybody. You know, I like the support. And like I said, I'm not doing this for any money. I'm not doing it.
We haven't even
You know.
linked anything. We haven't even put numbers
Yeah,
in.
you
Nothing.
I can give two shits about that. It's just me, tired of the bullshit and trying to make a point. You know what?
Right.
Be honest with your, you know, and this ain't towards any of anybody that's on my live, on my panel, but it's just in general.
Unless if you're in the bushes.
You know, be honest about shit. Don't fucking lie. I'd rather have you sit there and tell me. I'd rather have you sit there and tell me the truth, and it may bother me, but at least you told the truth. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to people, and then the truth coming out in the end. How does that make you look? You know, it's like I just don't.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't get, and I can't even wrap around my fucking head how his little minions, those little fat little,
They're all alike.
those little fat. Listen, if they all dressed up in those yellow costumes, that's what they should become for Halloween. They should become the minion.
I think they would make a good Shrek retake.
Hi. PG's talking about what I was talking about.
PG's talking about it?
PG's talking about it. I got it pulled up.
Uh-oh. So what's she doing a live right now?
Yep. You want me to screen share?
No, because what we'll do is when I'm done with my live, what we'll do.
No, because then somebody else is going to start shit like they did the last time.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll go back. When I'm done with my live, we'll go in.
Yeah.
Settle down in the bedroom, get the dog settled down. She'll pull it up and we'll listen to it for a little while.
But there's something else I'm going to have.
Okay, well, let me go and tell you before you're going over there. What I was just talking about, supposedly, it's either Candace or Grandis's best friend, Dee Dee. Y'all remember her?
Yes, I remember hearing about her.
Supposedly, she passed away.
Really?
Supposedly, Candace was there. Allegedly. And all of the Panda crew knew this today when they started that shit today.
Yeah.
Every one of them knew it.
So
while Candace was there with them feeding into it.
But see, there's a good point. You know,
weird because Candace was on that live.
You know, because that's fucked up because Candace was on that live.
Candace was on that live.
Yeah. So why don't they talk about more serious shit? You know, just for example, a good friend of mine died. You know, I'm not going to go on a live and bash somebody. I'm going to do a live and say, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I got some very sad news today. A good friend of mine.
Yes, I won.
You know, a good friend of mine passed away. You know, so I just want to dedicate this live to them. You know, let's remember the good things, and make that alive. I think he would get better feedback if he did something like that.
Right. But see, they don't do that. And now the issue is, now there's rumor going around that Candace was there when the lady passed.
Well, that's going to be fucked up if she was.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Or are they just throwing it out there?
Right.
Somewhere else.
But that's rumor.
Yeah, I mean, but you want to know something?
No,
but this is something that they're going to feed off of because now that it's out there.
Exactly.
Candace today, she's getting a kick out of pissing people off, and that's when I went on there. I said, "Really?" I said, "You're."
And the bad part about it, that was her friend. Her friend just died.
Right.
And she didn't care. She wanted to do the drama shit, which act right, and everybody else. attacking people. She wanted to attack Right and Haley and all of y'all.
Well, she
fed into that.
She can try to attack me all she wants. She ain't got shit on me. I got more shit on. Listen, I'll find out more shit on Candace than I really want to know. Andrew. Listen.
Yeah.
Andrew doesn't understand that. Like I said earlier, I have a lot of family in law enforcement. I have a cousin that's a lieutenant. I have a cousin that's a retired state trooper that was a state trooper for 42 fucking years. You don't think he still has his connections? His son, my cousin, is a state trooper. He's been a state trooper for at least 7 years now. So it's like I have family that are in law enforcement. A very, very good friend of my grandfather's is a retired FBI agent.
Nice.
All I got to do is give them name.
Right.
Give them city. And it's like they don't realize this. And it's like Elisa does. Elisa knows shit about my family because the person that she was with, which was my aunt, which was only 3 months older than me, she was with my aunt because she didn't know whether or not she wanted, she didn't know if she wanted to become a carpet muncher or a cocksucker. Excuse my French. She was confused. I don't know. Maybe she got fucking twisted or something. Maybe Andrew fucked her up years ago. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe they all have a threesome, a foursome, a fivesome, a sixsome. I don't know. I don't know what kind of fucking shit they do behind closed doors.
Right. But now they'll make a grift off of this.
Oh, absolutely. I love it. Because
and yeah, Candace had some balls earlier doing the shit she did when she knew that her people just died, her friend just died, the one that's been loyal to her, stood by her side this whole time. Time. She on somebody on a Panda Cruise. Come on, you on a Panda Cruise panel talking shit to folks when you were there.
But those are going to be the first people that turn on her when she doesn't do something that they want her to do. They will be the first fucking people to turn on her.
Exactly, and she can't use the excuse, I didn't know they were going to record me, because baby, everybody has told your ass they're going to record you.
Yep.
No matter what you say or do. Hey, Stephanie. They all know where Candace at when she was live somewhere. She said her safe place why she take her live stream down.
I highly doubt they know her.
She's always deleting live streams.
The thing is like right now. Listen, I'll tell everybody. I don't record shit. I don't.
Right.
Mama Bear, you're more than welcome to record anything you want, and I'm giving you permission. And everybody,
I ain't got no storage space.
But I'm just saying. Everybody heard that. So now it can't go back to where I said, no, you can't record me. Yes, you can fucking record any of my lives that you're on with me. I don't care.
Oh, I gotta just download them. What you mean?
There you go.
I ain't gotta record.
Yeah.
But the sad part is, at the end of the day, Hunter's going to end up paying the dear price for all these adult bullshit.
Sure.
Fuckers.
Sure.
Yep. He's the scapegoat.
Yep.
And it's a shame because he just doesn't get it. He doesn't realize that he's young. His fucking brain is probably not fully fucking developed yet. And it's sad because now I truly understand why. And I'll say it, God rest her soul. Allison, like I said, I've never met that woman.
But I've never heard anything really bad about her.
Yeah, I never really heard anything bad about her.
She was
the thing is what is the reason why Allison moved out of Gloversville? Nobody really knows the true reason why she moved out. Why she moved out.
She always told us because the way Andrew was sleeping with the other girls and all the underage ones and all that shit. That's what she told us. It's all fucking recorded.
Was she that's the thing. She was moving away to get away from the bullshit.
Yeah.
And
he was mean to her.
Do I blame her? No, absolutely not.
Look at the shit he was saying after she passed away. Are you fucking kidding me? Pathetic. And she allows him to talk and belittle and act the part when he's behind that camera. Just like I watched a video with both of them on it,
Yep.
and they were both ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, when
Yep.
they put on a good show in front of the camera. They're in love. Oh, wifey.
She.
Oh, hubby. Oh,
Hey,
and
if it was YouTube that brought them back together, go for it.
oh,
God bless.
Andrew.
YouTube gonna sign their divorce papers for them.
Now, Andrew,
YouTube got them married. YouTube was
you ready?
it.
Yeah, are you ready for this?
Oh, what?
Andrew, I got something for you.
Lord,
I
have
forgot
mercy.
about that part. You got a good memory.
It's okay, Andrew.
Oh, you need to fill us in.
Oh, that's what he does. He rubs his nipples and he goes,
I do remember that.
I bet you their girls are thinking the same thing too.
For sure. For sure.
you know, I don't know. It's come down to a fucking joke, really. You know, but they caused it. They like running their mouth. You know,
Yes.
Tammy dropped the link.
Yes.
Tammy dropped the link. I don't see none of them up here. I don't listen. Any of you little minions or Panda Crew, whatever the fuck you guys want to call yourselves, you want to get up here and have a chit chat? Come on up. Let's chit chat.
That's
Because
amazing.
I'm not afraid to drop a link. I'm not afraid to drop a link. I don't need to do a live for members only at 3:00 in the morning.
No, the one he did.
To make
He forgot off and put it on membership, and that's when he was talking shit because we were either lagging or he might have pronounced the word a little not perfectly. So they were over there mucking him. At least he can spell and add.
I know how to read a tape measure. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
That's one thing I can say about Rob. He's a very good at math.
I know the difference between a 16th and an 8th, Andrew, do you?
No.
Connie says he wants your butt.
What?
Connie said Andrew wants your butt.
Well, Andrew can want all he wants. I'm sorry, my ass isn't as fat as Jeff's.
Actually, his isn't even fat. His is like square, flat, and wide.
I got a bubble. Hey, you two, hey, your dickheads better stop it in there.
And that is funny. That
don't
one
want to.
live where I don't think Elisa was around or on it or seen it, where both Andrew and Lips were tonguing it. And then there was another video where she purposely made sure that the camera was on. And then she's like, "Oop, the camera. Oh, I didn't know I accidentally hit the camera." You don't think I seen that video either?
Hell yeah.
But it is, you know, I don't know. It is what it is. I don't really care anymore. They like to play. I'll play along with it.
I don't get why they like to be so fucking vile and nasty.
Well, that's what I don't understand. It's like, why be that vile and why be that nasty? Is your life that fucking boring that you got to be that way?
That miserable? They're miserable.
That's what it is. You know, misery loves company.
Yep.
My aunt was my aunt would say that all the time. Misery loves company.
It's crazy.
You know, and it's a shame because you know what? Life is too short. You never know when your time is up. You know,
That's right. You may not wake up.
Exactly. And you know, now, growing up, I always wondered why my father always gave my mother a kiss goodbye in the morning. Always. I remember that from back when I could fucking start remembering shit. So it wasn't until probably 4 or 5 years ago, I was down at the house and my father comes home for lunch from work and shit. And he's on his way back out the door to go back to work for however long. And he gives my mother a kiss. He says, and I'll see you when I get home. Or no, he wouldn't even say it. He'd just give her a kiss and say, all right, I'll see you later. So when my father came home after work, I asked my father, I said, Dad, why do you give mom a kiss every morning before you go to work and every day when you come home for lunch and leave to go back to work? He goes, because your time is never promised to you. You never know when your time is up. He goes, and I want your mother to always remember that kiss that I gave her just in that case. He goes, because my time, nobody's time is guaranteed.
Exactly.
You can't bring up.
Exactly.
He would say that too.
You know, so now I understand that. So it's like now I catch myself. It's like tonight when Tammy dropped me off to go to, you know, they had a movie night at the center that I go to for my NA on Fridays and the all men's group on Tuesdays. I kiss Tammy every time I get out of the truck. I don't know what's going to happen with me. I don't know what's going to happen with her. I don't know if some random shit's going to fucking happen. I don't know. I can't see the future.
You're not ever promised
That's
tomorrow.
right. I'm not promised tomorrow.
You're not promised that second.
That's right.
As people are seeing, things can happen in a blink of a damn eye.
Yes, it can. Yes, it.
Whether you're there or you're not.
Yep. You know, so I wake up every morning, you know, and and listen, and it's brought up in my groups all the time. You know, when you're in recovery from addiction or for whatever, you know, you gotta talk to you know, you gotta reach out to your higher power and all that, you know. They talk about God and all that shit. Is there a God? You know, my grandmother was almost a nun. My mother has pictures of her in her full get up the whole 9 yards.
We just don't practice.
I just don't practice it. You know, I mean, is there a God? Maybe. If I can't see him, I don't know. Do I? I don't know. That's just me. Me personally, is there a God? Maybe. In my eyes, I can't say yes or no. I can't. You know, I mean, that's my belief. You know, nobody hates me for my belief. You know, Jesus Christ. I mean, I got Lucifer tattooed on my chest.
And I hate to say it, a lot of Christians out there swear.
Oh yeah.
God, how they fucking mock PG and say, "Oh, she's a fake Christian," and blah 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 blah.
My grandmother, like I said, my grandmother almost became a nun. Let me tell you something. Every other word out of that woman's mouth was fuck. That's a woman you didn't piss off. But then I had another grandmother. I had a great grandmother that she passed away on my 16th birthday. In the 16 years that I knew that woman, I never heard that woman curse. Never. And she wasn't a churchgoer or nothing, but I never heard that woman curse.
Well, it's okay to cry, Andrew. That's why a lot of people swear and are vulgar, because they have something deep hidden emotion in their soul.
You know, but like you said though, they are miserable. They are vile.
Right.
Those are people that.
But they're accusing us for being miserable. I'm not miserable.
Yeah,
Whether Rob was miserable,
we're not miserable.
I'm not. Even back then, when shit was happening, I wasn't miserable.
We live.
It just showed people true colors.
We live very well. We live our lives.
Yeah.
Well, I don't hide behind closed doors. I leave my house every day. So doesn't Tammy. It doesn't matter if I go from here to the store. It doesn't matter if we go from here to her father's. Doesn't matter if I go from here to my meetings, to my counseling. Doesn't matter. I still leave my house every day. I don't hide behind a camera or in front of a camera or computer screen.
You can even ask all my neighbors. They'll tell you they see me come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. I never stop.
Yep.
Grizzly, you know where I'm sending you down with Mama Bear.
That's right.
It's just sad. It's like he can't even fight his own battles. He needs Roe and Lips and Dippy and, you know, this 420 old hag or whatever you want to call her. And I don't ever say nothing nasty, but you know what? They want to be nasty. I can be nasty.
My boy. There's my boy.
You know, and then that live he did, making fun of fucking something disability. Let me tell you something. First and foremost, nobody, not you, not Act Right, none of you guys, me or Rob, has ever made fun of anybody disabled, because I can tell you right now, I have a son that has permanent brain damage for the rest of his life. And, you know, sometimes he does act like a reject.
Yeah, reject.
I talk to you can even ask Rob how I talk to my kids. It's hilarious. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he even twisted that situation around about the one that has the disabilities and tried to twist it to make you look like the evil one.
That's me, Haley. I parade my crazy.
Mama Bear knows what I'm talking about.
You parade your
Yep.
crazy?
Yes, I do. Y'all know I'm crazy. I don't give a shit.
Do you collect a check for that?
Not yet. They say I ain't that far.
Listen, if you need somebody to stand behind your corner to admit that you're fucking crazy, I'll be more than glad to do it for you.
That's why you ain't getting no peanut butter, no baked cookie either. But anyway,
Listen, I'm going to try to help you collect a check. I was going to help you collect a check, and I'm not going to get no baked peanut butter cookies? That's fucked up.
Just like I heard something on his live when he was restreaming Haley, that when Munch mentioned about how groceries were ordered under their case and delivered to somebody else's house, that we're going to hurt that person, or because they have kids. At the end of the day, you put that person and your children in that position for that to happen, knowing it's against the law to do what you're doing on the food stamp case.
That's right.
Plain and simple. Why? Because you're going to lose your money trail? That ain't my fault. That ain't Rob's fault. I mean,
Connie says Mama parades her crazy and serves iced tea to her.
What does he want the attention to go back on him?
Oh, Andrew.
Because we can put it back on you, Andrew, if that's what you want. We'll go back to Hunter's stage and how you used him, and then how you threw him under the bus, and then you said you're father of the year, and that you love your son. You want us to go back that way and put you back on that pedestal and on your lives to where you can make money?
Listen, I'm not going to put Andrew on a pedestal. Why the fuck would I put Andrew on a pedestal?
No, I'm just saying now.
He ain't a father. He's never been a father.
Because just like I researched on this Upchurch person, what the fuck does he have against Upchurch? Upchurch hasn't done shit to nobody. What? Gave up his own money of $25,000 that nobody did? Stepped up for the reward money? Because that's what I got on.
You know who I
And
like?
Threatens White Boy's wife.
Yeah, you know who I like? I like White Boy, because White Boy puts it out on the table. You know, I watched one or two of his lives, and I tell you what, he calls Andrew out on his bullshit. He does. He calls him out on his bullshit. You know, he tells him, "You're a little man." You know, he goes, like he said, "I've never been to New York. I'm a Florida boy." Blah 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 blah.
Well, he's not around. It's just
you know, and the thing is like he said, he goes, "What? You don't think I can reach out and touch you? Come on." He admits it. Listen, it's not like I can't reach out. It's not like I can't reach out and touch him either. I can reach out and touch him if I want to. Why? I'd rather take care of shit my own way. That's me.
Exactly.
You know, listen. I'll sit right here. I'll sit on a live.
No.
I'll bash him.
Yes.
I will bash him.
Treat.
And you want to know why? Because this is what he deserves.
Come on.
Because he sits there and bashes everybody else, and there's no need for it.
I totally agree. I do. I totally agree.
You know, I mean, misery loves company. That's all what it comes down to.
That is the truth.
And it's a shame. Because you know what? I don't want no misery in my life. I can cause enough misery. I can cause enough misery on my own.
Yes, you can.
You know, and that's not just me. That's everybody. You know, that's everybody.
Yeah, but I can pick on. These
You know, but he
people.
thinks I enjoy doing this. I really don't. You know, but hey, it is what it is. You push me to that point, I'm going to do what I got to do. If it comes down to this, me being live every
Right.
couple nights or every night or every 2 nights or every 5 nights, don't bother me. I ain't got nothing better to do with my time when I get home from a meeting, or if I don't have a meeting that night, I can sit down on a live for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Doesn't bother me. I can
Yeah.
do shorts. I can bash you in a short. I can do a 10-minute short and bash the shit right out of you. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. You can't bash me. You can't bash me than any worse than I bash my own self.
Amen. That is fact. All right, John. I'm finna jump down because I'm
Yeah,
tired.
I'm gonna drop down too. I've been on there a little bit over 2 hours. But
Yeah, it's been
I want,
good. It's good.
I want to thank everybody for coming up on this. I greatly,
It's hard to see the comments for you guys, but we're not acknowledging you.
yeah,
We'll go through them later.
I greatly appreciate it. I'll go through my comments later and I'll comment. I'll
Thank
answer any questions and everything like that. But thank you everybody for coming on panel. Greatly appreciate it. And until the next time, I love every one of you. All
Bye,
right. Have a good
y'all.
night, guys. Bye.